is bigger than Diddy, bro. Because you know who else they was doing investigation on during that whole time period? It was the mayor and the politicians in New York City. They turn around and give him the key to the city. All the mayor people that he brought on here in New York City are all resigning. They all resigning. People ain't gonna tie this together, but if you look at it, you have to say, because of Mayor Adams and his relationship with Diddy, it brought on the Southern District of New York to start investigating Diddy on civil lawsuits that was put against him. Because the feds is going after all these politicians in New York City.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams was indicted by a grand jury on federal criminal charges alleging that he took bribes and illegal campaign contributions from foreign sources, including Turkish officials. Welcome back to Kharisma Daily. So here's what we know so far. Details including failing to disclose his free and discounted travel and creating a false paper trail to suggest he had paid for it. Now, FBI has entered the mayor's office residence and seized his phone early Thursday. Let's take a look at what the Attorney General had to say about this case.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for gathering. My name is Damian Williams, and I'm the United States Attorney here in the Southern District of New York. Today, we are announcing campaign finance, bribery, and conspiracy charges against Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City. As the indictment alleges, Mayor Adams engaged in a long-running conspiracy in which he solicited and knowingly accepted illegal campaign contributions from foreign donors and corporations. As we allege, Mayor Adams took these contributions even though he knew they were illegal. And even though he knew these contributions were attempts by a Turkish government official and Turkish businessmen to buy influence with him. We also allege that the mayor sought and accepted well over $100,000 in luxury travel benefits from some of the same foreign actors who arranged many of the illegal campaign contributions. These benefits included free international business class flights and opulent hotel rooms in foreign cities. The mayor had a duty to disclose these gifts on his annual public disclosure forms so that the public could see who was giving him what. But as we allege, year after year after year, he kept the public in the dark. He told the public he received no gifts, even though he was secretly being showered with them. We allege that Adams accepted these benefits knowing that they were given to him because of his position. And in exchange for some of those improper benefits, he intervened in the New York City Fire Department's inspection process for a building owned and operated by the Turkish government, allowing it to open even though it had not passed the fire inspection. The corruption alleged in the indictment is, as I said, long-running. As we allege in the indictment, Adams' solicitation of illegal campaign contributions began in 2018. After he started raising funds for his 2021 mayoral campaign, he agreed to take contributions offered by multiple Turkish businessmen, several of whom he met in Turkey. Adams knew that these wealthy individuals could not legally donate in a U.S. election. Federal law clearly prohibits foreign donations. That's how we protect our elections from foreign influence. Yet Adams directed his staff to pursue this illegal money to support his campaign for mayor. And as we allege, Adams continued to pursue foreign money in secret well into 2021. And it didn't stop with his first campaign for mayor. As we allege, in 2023, the mayor rekindled these corrupt relationships, seeking more illegal campaign contributions from some of the same foreign sources to support his re-election campaign. Adams also took contributions that broke other laws. As we allege, he sought contributions from businessmen far in excess of what the law allowed. He also allegedly sought contributions from corporations, which are not allowed to contribute at all in New York City elections. Many of those illegal corporate contributions were organized by the same people who organized the illegal foreign contributions. And Adams allegedly disguised them all in the same way by accepting the money through so-called straw donors. A straw donor contributes someone else's money, hiding the money's illegal source, such as a foreign businessman, a corporation, or a wealthy New Yorker who has already contributed the maximum amount allowed. And as we allege, Adams circumvented all of these laws, taking contributions from exactly the sources the law prohibits, all to benefit his mayoral campaigns. Now, Adams also personally benefited from the illegal conduct alleged in the indictment. Adams solicited and accepted over $100,000 in luxury travel benefits for years from wealthy Turkish business people and at least one Turkish government official seeking to gain influence over him. Adams started accepting undisclosed luxury travel benefits at least as early as 2016. He took these benefits nearly every year through 2021. Here are some of the benefits that we uncovered during our investigation. In 2016, Adams flew to India through Turkey and received 2 free round-trip upgrades for business class seats. That's the highest class on Turkey's national airline. Those upgrades were worth more than $12,000, and none of it was publicly disclosed. In 2017, Adams accepted free business class tickets for himself and his travel companions to France, Turkey, and China. And he was put up in the Bentley suite in the St. Regis Hotel in Istanbul. All of that was worth more than $41,000, and none of it was publicly disclosed. Also in 2017, he flew to China, again, through Turkey, and accepted 2 free business class tickets for himself and a companion. Those were worth more than $16,000, and none of it was publicly disclosed. In 2018, he flew to Hungary through Turkey and accepted free upgrades for business class seats. Those were worth more than $12,000, and none of it was publicly disclosed. In 2019, he flew to Turkey and accepted a free upgrade to business class for his companion and a free stay in a lavish suite at the St. Regis Hotel in Istanbul. That was worth more than $9,000. And again, none of it was publicly disclosed. In 2021, Adams solicited business class tickets to Istanbul, stays at luxury hotels and resorts, yacht tours, and meals. As we allege, he asked to pay a nominal fee for all of this in order to disguise what we allege were, in fact, bribes. He canceled that trip at the very last minute, but the benefits that he solicited were worth more than $21,000. And later in 2021, Adams flew to Ghana, again, through Turkey, and accepted free business class ticket upgrades and other gifts while he was on a layover in Istanbul. Those benefits were worth more than $12,000. And just like all the other benefits I've just run through, none of it was publicly disclosed. Now, I want to be clear. These upgrades and freebies were not part of some frequent flyer or loyalty program available to the general public. As we allege, this was a multi-year scheme to buy favor with a single New York City politician on the rise, Eric Adams.
There you have it. So you heard some examples of some of the bribes that were happening, the trips that was being taken and paid for through by a Turkey official. Now I'm going to show you a clip. Take a listen at what Eric Adams is saying about this whole thing. He is saying that he's innocent. He held a press conference today with his allies, and he said that he would stay on the job. So let's take a listen to that.
New York City mayor to face criminal charges, and Mayor Eric Adams says it's all payback for calling out the Biden-Harris border failures. Watch.
I have been fighting injustice my entire life. That fight has continued as your mayor. Despite our pleas, when the federal government did nothing as its broken immigration policies overloaded our shelter system with no relief, I have been facing these lies for months since I began to speak out for all of you.
Joining us now to react, New York City GOP Councilman Joe Borelli. Joe, thanks so much for joining the program. Hopefully you can give us some insight. Look, I don't know if he's innocent or guilty. I just find the timing a little coincidental, and I don't believe in coincidences and politics. He was a co-chair of the campaign for Biden and Harris. And all of a sudden, when he starts to criticize them on their migrant crisis, he gets an investigation. Why is that?
This is my thoughts exactly. If he was doing these illegal activities with campaign, fundraising, and taking all these trips and being paid for, or taken care of by Turkish officials, but all the way back to 2018, even 2016, that's 6 years, or even within the last decade. Why now? Why now is he being indicted? Can someone answer me that? Why now? I'm not saying that he's innocent. Maybe he is. Maybe they have the proof. But why now? Why now charge him when the feds could have known that this has been going on for a while? Apparently, they raided his campaign official last November, and then his house got raided not too long ago. And all of a sudden now, once he starts to push back on this illegal immigration situation and policies by the administration, he gets indicted. I think it's a bit fishy, too fishy. But let's continue.
No, and certainly 4 years ago or so, I would have never questioned the impartiality of the DOJ. But that question doesn't exist only when it's someone I happen to support is a target of that investigation. And there's a lot of things with this case that just might be a hair too cute. And again, he might be completely guilty, but it is a little bit too cute that the police commissioner was hired a week later. His home gets raided for documents. For documents from 20 years ago, Lawrence. And it's not a coincidence that they raided this campaign staffer's home the day he was going to the White House to tell Joe Biden to end the migrant crisis. So this might just be a coincidence, but I don't believe in coincidences.
Joe, we're also waiting for the indictment to come out so we can know some of the charges. But some of the allegations is a lot of these foreign governments, all these businessmen were giving him some money to his campaign. In return, there would be some calls made to City Hall or whatever to get permits and all that. Every mayor I know of does that. And as honest as we like them to be, they always get contributions to their campaign. So are we going to investigate all the rest of them as well?
Right. And that's really the crux of what we're talking about. And that's why so many of us are so eager for this indictment to be unsealed. If it's a weak case, then it only goes in further to what I was saying about the impartiality of the DOJ. I mean, right now, we just simply don't know. If it's beyond the scope and it's beyond taking, Turkish airline tickets or a free meal or something like that, yeah, it is troubling and it could end his mayoralty. But I'll also point out, Lawrence, that the people who are chomping at the bit and who are excited about this are the far left politicians in New York City who believe they can take over this city if something happens to him.
Well, they also don't like his response to crime in this city, which you had a mayor before that didn't support the police, and he's a former cop. He supported the cops here. They've changed. I mean, I'm not saying things are perfect in the city right now, but there has been a little bit more of going on the offense, right?
Yeah, Lawrence, I disagree with Mayor Adams as a Republican half the time, but I can assure you, if the public advocate, Jumaane Williams, or the comptroller, Brad Lander, if these people whose names will be familiar to Americans very soon, if these people lead the city, I'll be disagreeing with them 99% of the time at least.
Yeah, or Cuomo, who wants to make a return after, killing the grandmothers and grandfathers in the nursing homes. Joe, thanks so much for joining.
There you have it. Very, very fishy timing that he's being indicted. But let's keep a pulse on this story and see where it lands and see why it's, I hope that we can see or understand why he's being indicted when he's saying that this is government revenge or coming after him because he stood up to them against the illegal migration into New York and into the United States. And it seems that, there's an old saying, if you're a useful idiot, and your use is over, then you get thrown under the bus. But let's keep a pulse on this and stay tuned as I continue to cover this story. And I'll see you in the next one. And before I go, remember to subscribe. If you're listening to this show on any of the podcast platforms, remember to leave a positive review. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye for now.